So the Foxhole dev siege cam, they just released the dev branch, right? Which is a patch note essentially for the upcoming update 64, which is according to them meant to fix a lot of stuff, right? A lot of problem with the airbones release and etc. etc. And a lot. And this patch have a lot to see, a lot of to learn. We'll be testing it. How to get the belt? We are is downloading in the background. Um, but yeah, essentially the dev branches, experimental build, yada yada yada. We can test. This is a beta test, basically, right? But they release the patch notes. So some of this is not even going to make it, right? And let me tell you why. Like the wardens are not happy, I think, with the changes. A lot of the updates to come from this release is boosting the collie capability, which mind you, collie lose 7 out of 10 wars. Right. So there's a much needed change. But is it too much or not? Guess we'll find out. Okay. So important note though, the following release notes are preliminary and in draft form. Some features will change or be omitted before final release. Okay. Orange Bullet as a new that they added based on could be people inputs from the dev branch itself, which is a test server. Okay. All right. New features. Added a height indicator circle to the elevation lines of aircraft. Okay. Let me open it real quick. There's no images here, but there was in the last one. So that first bullet is okay. It's loading right now because I'm downloading. I will show you the picture if the game if this page ever loads. I think it was like the triangle thingy. Why is it not loaded in though? Come on, load. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I guess I can just look. MPF vehicle can be recreated. Okay, so it's confirmed it's only MPFable. Okay, so Talos and stuff not gonna. Professional recorder, by the way. But where is it though? It was here, but this one. So now there's like this little triangle and go underneath. So that's basically this is. Up to 25 map tooltips cannot be pinned, which is this one. This one. Okay, so now I can pin tooltip up to 25. I think that's too many, but we'll see. Oh, it's a per faction. Okay, okay. So I thought it's 25 per map, okay, so it's fine then. Because the map is huge. Stockpile deltas can be displayed. Current stockpile content or current stockpile delta can be copied. Okay, whatever. Crane shippable placement can now be overridden with shift. Okay, which is I think this one. So normally you can't put it here because it's too close to the octagon. It will just force you to go to the octagon. Now, if you're holding shift, you can put it right down next to it, which is a good change. Squad leader can be seen on the map, which is this one. And this one, you can see it moving around. This is squad leader. What is this? Vehicle and structure can be made at mass produced factory. It can now be recreated. Okay, we just saw the picture. Which is this one. So now you can right click retrieve as a crate, even though it's in public. See, reviring order status not be shown. Reviring map tooltips. It's whatever. You can see it from far away now. Kind of like the pin thingy, like this. You can see it like whatever. It's a good change. Assembly station production progress not shown. Assembly station map tooltips kind of the same. Battle tanks, super tanks, and all the big stuff can be anchored to storage like this one. Now, this need to be tested. Maybe people will grieve and stuff, but we'll see. I think it should be good as long as it can't be parked on the streets. It can't be anchored on the streets. Because what if someone just block the streets with their tank? I don't know. Could be annoying, I think, but we'll see. Uh, Maybe it's like a 50-50. So you don't need to like hang on the crane anymore, which is good. But they're trying stuff out. Vehicle squad reservation now displayed in the UI. Okay, now you can see the squad time. Okay, that's good. BMS Black Bolt, Killer Reflect. Okay. The name of repair target is shown the repair message, which is this one. You see what you're repairing now. Added an alert to send a player when their map post is deleted. Okay. Added a gate bind is unbound by default. It's open and close gate. So maybe that's a bunker right here, and you want to open the gate, but you access the bunker instead. So you have to shift E. So having a dedicated button is good. So make the logi flow more fluent. So it's good. Reserve stockpile owners alert 50 minutes, yeah, whatever. Aircraft cannot be advisory affected by storm. Okay, this is like whatever. Okay. The hit rack algorithm has been expanded to aircraft. So this is the gameplay changes. The server now counts for the latency for the shooting player when attempting to hit aircraft. So it become easier to hit by all weapons. Okay, we have to test that at the in the real war. That is. The Mantle Malone can toggle to aircraft mode. So it's this one. This one. Now the mounted machine gun can shoot the plane. I don't think it can go as high as the EMG. I think it's meant to shoot while they're strafing. So we'll see on that one. Expanded the walkable area of the Quai Sombre. Okay, I have to Google this one. Is this like what the new boat? Yeah, it is the new boat. Okay, so you can like walk more freely now, or walk better, I guess. It's one that shoots what 20 mil. Okay, so this is a AA boat basically. Now you can walk even more. It was you can't before. Who's is this? Is this the colies? It is green. I think so, right? Or maybe it's neutral. I'm not really a boat nerd. I mean, it is the colies. It was flawed when it came out. Okay, got improved. Okay, nice. Retrieve custom amount to 30s, whatever, some logic, guys. Damage vehicle not going to be submitted. However, if the armor's damaged, you still need to be repaired. Okay, so you can't store a stolen blood loss. You can't repair the armor. Vehicle must be over the disabled threshold to be submitted. I haven't mentioned any with mud though. I think the rain in the background, I think, is more of a hassle than this. You know what I mean? Because In the backline, the trucks are rarely damaged, but sometimes when it rains, you just can't submit it, and it's just annoying. You have to clean it, and when on the way to go, after you clean it, got dirty again, can't be submitted. So far, there's no mentioning mud. Yo, what up, Chi? What up, Mister Chi? Huge patch note. We're going through it one by one. But yeah, there's no mentioning mud, like a muddy vehicle, which is for me a bigger problem than the like damaged vehicle. I can just grab BMAS, repair it. I feel like the muddy vehicle are more annoying, so we'll see. Fix several issues with RPG that made aiming inconsistent. Got a test on that. Increase the repulsion weight of heavy bombers. Okay. Now it'll be more difficult for heavy bombers to be pushed by lighter aircraft. Oh, okay. So, but like, can be hit, I guess. It's really, it's like stronger, so it's not as easier to just ram into it. So, okay. Small aircraft parts can now be submitted and assembled by hand, which is that's right. That's right with the LARP truck, but it's just goofy. The truck needs to be made in facility, and then what's towing behind it needs to be made. It's just annoying. Make it simple. The game is already tedious as it is. So now it can be submitted and assembled by hand is good. Yeah, so playing cannot be suplex. That is correct. 14.5 millimeter weapon can be disabled. Can disable the track subsystem of vehicles. Is tank a vehicle? Is it like, is this a wording, right? Like, what is this wording? So 14.5 is the old 20 mil. They renamed it into a 14.5. So basically the ATR so can now disable the track subsystem. We'll see how that one goes. Probably annoying, and the highwayman could be back. Yeah, that's true. It's like it's okay, I guess. Not that much of a change, but it's good nonetheless. I think I don't know. I still have to try it. V1 T's Keller Tulka. What is this, man? What is his name? I don't know the official name, like the lore. What even is this? Oh, it's a bomber. It's a heavy bomber. And Tulka, so I assume it's the warden one, no longer take damage over time when flipped over with total parts. Tishkalia and Tulka P4. Okay, so now when it's flipped over on the ground, it's not going to take damage over time. Okay. Which I think it shoots in some places. Like, let's say on top of a hill or whatever. I think if it's, upside down on the hill, I think it should take damage. Um, I think if it's in M subs area, then it shouldn't. You know what I mean? I think they can maybe implement that. If this is like upside down but have friendly M subs, it's not going to take damage. So maybe what if it's flipped down in the opposite side though? You know what I mean? So let's say it's doing a bombing mission and then upside down falling, and then it should take damage over time because it's rotten away. You know what I mean? But if it's fallen in the friendly territory that have M sub in it, maybe it's not take damage over time. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's too hard to code. Melee weapons no longer interrupt the player's sprint when performing a quick attack. Okay. As a 1v1 bayonet champion, I think this might be good. More active gameplay instead of just um punishing you whenever you try to make a move. I think this is good. Provide a more active gameplay. I like it. Add a new recipe to the concrete mixer and the refinery. Okay, to convert salvage into gravel. I don't know about refinery though, but I think it should be fine, right? I don't think people will grieve and make a bunch of gravel. But this could be huge for day one facility stuff. If you need gravel to make facility day one, there's no concrete mixer yet, and it's annoying to find coal to make gravel. And I think now you can use salvage. So it's probably some early war shit like day one stuff, probably. We'll see on that one. Enemy storm cannons, icy centers, and weather stations no longer on the map intelligence. Hmm. This is good. Now you need to find it. But I think the reason why this is the way that it is to prevent alting intel leaking. You know what I mean? So I think as a streamers now, you need to be more needed to hide the map even more because these are key buildings that the enemy can't see, and it will be nice if they still don't know. So hopefully streamers will look at this and realize it's okay. Maybe I need to hide my maps, because I would be hating it if I build a storm cannon and just some bumfuck streamers just leak it. So we'll see. We'll see. This is a 50-50 chance on this one, in my opinion. Added a fallback exit for small trains. Wait, do I have the ads on? I think I do have the ad. Let me turn off the ads. Turn off the ads real quick. Forgot about that. Boom. Okay, ads are off. Add a fallback exit for small trains to be used when the private exit is obstructed. Okay, that's good. Because sometimes you get out of fuel and then you're trapped between like a containers or whatever, and you can't jump out unless you got out there for or unstuck. So this is a good change. Okay, W. So far, so good, and the warden will be happy. But the more we scroll down, the warden's gonna cry soon. Aircraft balance changes to hit rack has greatly impacted the overall balance of aircraft. Okay, why don't you have this in the first place? Okay, whatever. It's here now. That's what it matters. Okay, both against each other and from ground to anti-air. What? Or from ground anti-air. Okay, balance iteration will be required as a feedback on the change state of aircraft is provided. Okay, so all aircraft parts now easier to wreck, but will take longer to become destroyed. Again, need to be tested though because of the hit rack fixes. So we'll see. The Venti Daedalus. Which one is it? I'm not familiar with the names. Okay, so it's the colies scout plane. Hitboxes more accurately reflect the aircraft visual. The collision were larger than aircraft visual, making them easier to hit than intended. Okay. Okay. So the Collie scout planes have bugs in it the whole time. The hitbox is not how it's supposed to be. I wonder why it got shit on every time it on the sky. Hmm. It's fixed though. It's fixed though. Air intelligence detection range increased from 100 to 150. Okay, health decreased to 300. Okay, so it's super squishy now. I think. I mean, 600 was one hit from the flag, right? Like a direct hit. Hmm. Fuel capacity increase, okay, but fuel consumption is increased as well. So overall, the flight times decrease. The Daedalus is balanced against its new counterpart, okay? Max range is decreased to 40 meter. What is it before? Is it 45? Is what it was it before? Max reachable. I guess I can check. Health decrease from, or it was 500, but then increase. This is to address the issue of this aircraft being easier to hit than the Luminary Mark IV Herald. So the plane was bulkier, like square, I guess, and the hitbox is all messed up and it's easier to hit. So to compensate that, it increased the health by 100 as a temporary fix. Huh. Interesting. So on Marmots, the range was 50. Holy shit. Now it's being nerfed to 40. This was 50. Reload times increase. Okay. Payload now required a wrench to be loaded. Similar to M outsing a man o' war. Maximum payload size is 2. So payload is this, right? The whole breaker mine. Now you need wrenches for that. Okay. Cost is increased from 80 to 145. So not only is squeezier is more expensive. So we'll see. I think it's a W. I hate the scout planes and planes in general. So it's good. Yeah, true, man. I think it's good. Fuck them. Next up is the Warden one. Okay, this is the Warden one. Hitboxes are more accurately reflected aircraft visual. Okay, collision were larger. Okay, so the luminary also larger. Okay, so never mind then. Air intelligence detection range increased. Okay, the same. Health this is decreased. So far it's the same. Fuel consumption increased by 10%. Okay, but the fuel is not decreased. Though the fuel capacity, the Collie one was 150. The Warden one had to check. So the fuel is 100. Hmm. Maybe just forgot. So now hmm. Yeah, fuel consumptions increased by 10%. So this plane is, well, I guess it's the same, right? It's just like different numbers, but at the end of the day, it's the same, I guess. I guess it's balanced, so we'll see. Maybe it's a different plane. So this and that, and not the counterpart. I guess we'll see. Because I think the Collie is also getting the torp plane. So we'll see. We still need to wait on that one until they release it. So maximum payload is still the same. Reloads whatever. Max reachability. So max range also decreased. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. Okay, next up is the blind silver. Which one is that? Blind silver is the Collie fighters. Asmat 1 is removed. Asmat 3 is increased. So Asmat 3 is petrol, I believe. So now you use petrol instead of coal. So petrols are easier to make, in my opinion. It's just salvage and petrol, I think. Wait, is it Asmat 2? I forgot. I haven't been doing facility in a while, so Asmat 3 could be the sulfur. Yeah, oh, okay. Asthma 3 is sulfur, so it's more annoying, I think. So 2 is petrol, 3 is sulfurs. Thermal shielding now is used from 0 to 10. Now is thermal shielding. That's the same material with the Navy, right? So maneuverability is improved. Okay. Assembly mass reduce. Okay, so it still used 2. So it used 2, 3, and 4, I think. Why is it? Wait, it's different. Okay, why is it not in the same dot though? Okay, whatever. So the Collie one, the Collie fighter planes have maneuverability improve and change materials. So change from aspect 1 to 3 with the I assume this is the Warden one. Yeah, it's the Warden one. Okay. But the Collie one got buff, the more maneuverable. So next up is this, the White Raven. This is the yeah. What is it called again? The Navy fighter or whatever they call it. Okay. Even have the cool coloring on it. So more expensive now. Reload times increase. Okay. It doesn't really matter though, like the reload times, dude. They can just fly away while reloading. But I guess it matters when they dogfighting, so we'll see. But now is have a thermal shielding as well. Fuel consumption is increased as well, so that's good. The Myrmidon is we get through all this plain stuff, man. This is not that I'm gonna be touch on, but because I'm making a video of it, we're gonna take a look at it. Normally just skip all of this. Okay, so the dive bomber, a little bit cheaper on that, and that's not really cheaper though because there's a new material for it. Still use rare alloys. They still double down with rare alloys, even though nobody likes it. Nobody likes the rare alloy because it's a gamble, and there's no way telling it if it spawned rare alloys or any other tech mats. So it's a gamble. You have to go from field to field just to search where the rare alloys spawns. So they doubling down on this. Still uses it though, but use less. Now require bomb to be loaded with stockpile. With a stockpile? What does that even mean? With a stockpile? And a wrench, similar to M92. Maximum numbers of bombs are 2. So it was 5, I think, right? 1 loaded and 4 spares. Now it's only 3. Okay, reduced by 2. Tail and wing health is increased because he was too weak. Like the tail is just gone all the time. So the health is increased to compensate the hit rate registration improvement. They have to explain this like this to prevent the warden crying. It's good though. It's W because I did forget about this. Part repair cost is increased wherever MG gunner range is increased to 50. I think MG is the one in the back, right? I think. So now you can fight a little bit. Max reachability is increased. Okay. The M925. So this kept the dev keep referring to this. This is the torpedo bomber of the Warden ones. This one. It boxes more accurately. Assembly costs. Asmat 4 is removed. Asmat 4 is so easy. I think it's just pecan and heavy oil, I think. So it's pretty easy to make. Now it's changed the thermal shielding costs. So it's like different building now you gotta make. I think this is from the ammo, I think, right? The ammo building, I think. I don't know. I haven't make this in. I never make this actually. I normally make BTs and it doesn't need these. So rare alloy increase by one. Does it even matter, bro? It's even matter. Just increase by one, reduce by one. I feel like it doesn't really change much. But payload ammo converted from more torp to a medium torpedo. So 50% chance of causing large leak. Otherwise, it's standard leak. Okay, so if you got crit hit, basically, it's like critical chance. You got a large leak or got the standard. So he will always leak nonetheless, but you have 50% chance to cause a large one. The MG gunners also increase the same like the bomber. Okay, but the bomber doesn't cause leaks though. So, but it got more value because it can be used against tanks. So I think it's good. We'll see how it goes. So this is the bomber. The same, more range and get the thermal shielding now, and load it with the wrench and some hitboxes. Viewers, we're gonna just go speed up a little bit because it's been 30 minutes. Zealot, MG gunner, yeah, whatever. It's all just basically increase range by a bit and fixing hitbox and fixing hit wrecks. Okay. So moving on to ship, a large ship armor piercing mitigation increase. Okay, the Trident, which is the Collie submarine, I believe, right? Trident is the Collie submarine. Yep, it is. Okay. Wait, never mind. This is like the big. Yeah, it is a submarine. Oh yeah, I forget that it's like a bay of it. I thought it's like the big um what do you call it? The big logi boat or whatever. They have a 120 gun. Crush, drop increase, submerge, electricity consumed per second decrease. Ah, come on. Is this even worth anything? It's like what 4,000 of a second. Max battery charge increase by a little bit. Concurrent health increase. Black steel. Wait, which one is this? This is the DD. Okay, the DD got health increase. So it's just not get one shotted by the bomber. It's not even by the torp bomber. It's literally by the bomber itself. So this is the Warden frigate. The health is also increased. Titan health increase to match the Callahan. So this is what the battleship. Yeah, it's the battleship got same amount of health now with the Warden one. Strider repair costs increase. Yeah, yada yada. Okay, I don't really care about ship, but I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's needed. Okay, okay. Vehicle, rooster, tumble box, and lamp rotor, which is the attachment, I think. Remove for small assembly, but add it to the garage. I feel like having it like this, like both of them available, is good. So you can either make it in your facility, which is good for the front line, maybe, or mid lane, or you can make it in the garage. So it kind of like the CV, right? You can make it on the way that it is. You can make it in the border. You can make it near the town bases or the relics, or you can make it in a garage. I feel like they shouldn't have removed it. I think having the ability or more option on where to make is good, but whatever. This is huge. The Talos from this point on downwards will make the warden cry. Okay, the Talos range is increased from 35 to 40%. I've been asking this for years. personally, I've been asking this for years. I've been using the tanks. I could not make it work. It's just dookie. You can barely shoot with that thing. It never on in range or anything. You can't even catch up to a track outlaw. It's trash. All right, and now they finally increased the range to 40, which what I want. So I think it's really good. I will get more of it now. The outlaw will maybe got hit because before it was we have no chance of hitting him unless the driver is sleeping or is repairing or even if it's track, you can't even catch up on it. So now is good probably. So we have to test on that one. The Stygian and the Stockade now have horizontal aiming increase. Okay, the tank head acceleration is improved. Like the thing with the tank head, man, it's just shit when it came out. Like imagine, like these tanks have no good time. It's just shit straight out of the gate. So I don't think any patches will make it good. Like I don't think this will make any difference at all. Like the reverse speeds increase. Like what the fuck? You know, it's already slow. It barely make any difference. So I think this tank has no matter what they do, it's gonna be ass. Then it didn't really matter what they do. This needs a complete rework and redesign and rethought. Because even the Ixion, the only purpose of this in the past is to carry ammo for the um, the ISG squad on the ground. that's the only that's the only reason why the tank is good back in the day. Is to carry ammo for the ISG squad. That's it. The tank on its own is just terrible. I think even with all of these changes, it's still terrible. It's not a 360 range like the King Spire. It's open top like the tank in this one. I think this will change nothing. It's like whatever. And the tank head is too late to be released. Like by the time the collie have this tank head, the warden already have 80 half track. Like what the hell? What are you gonna do with it? You know, it's a 45 meter, 68 half track against a 35 meter, 30 millimeter gun of a tank head. It's not gonna won ever. So yeah, I think it needs to be out sooner in the tech. Otherwise, it's trash. The King Spire Mark One armor health is increased. The truck disabled chance is increased. Okay, this was the scout thing, right? The machine gun one. This is the 30 mil one. The armor is also increased, so they last longer in the fights. You know, in the front line, that is. With track disabled is reduced actually, so it's pretty hard to track it now. I feel like it needs to be 25. The same like with the King Spire, but whatever. And then go straight to BTD. Handling is adjusted to match other battle tanks. Top speeds improve slightly. That is good. Top speeds is improved slightly. Wouldn't make a difference in the or at least as much in the battle in the battle in the front. But this will improve going to the front. If you like a small group that just don't have enough people to run the train, you know, back and forth. You know, I mean, it's such a hassle to get the BTD to the front line because it's how slow it goes, right? So I think by increasing the speed, the top speed, and not the acceleration, it will be good to have it in the front. To moving from the back to the front, I think is good. Good changes on this. Static rotation speed is improved. So when you're standing still, you're only pressing D as a driver. Um, it gets better. So Yeah, it's good. Okay, so Highwayman is buffed. The range is increased. Now can also track other tanks. So we'll see on that one. The Bardiche, they increased the range from 35 to 40. However, increase the reload to 7.5 seconds. I think with delay is 8 seconds. Uh with the ping latency, it's going to be around 8 seconds. But both shells are reloaded at the same time. So before you reload one at a time, which I like, because the way that it was before, let's say it's a 5 second reload. So this is a 3 second with latency, okay? To kill an outlaw with two birdies, it roughly takes 6 seconds with two birdies. Because you need 568 shots to kill an outlaw. And we have two birdies that shoot twice. So that's four right at the gate. We'll disable it. And then I only need to reload once. And both birdies will shoot. Then it's most likely kill the outlaw, right? Now with this, the two birdies will shoot bam bam and then have to wait 8 seconds later. And during that 8 second, bro, could be infantry running in, or disable the turret, whatever. So I feel like these on paper overall good, but it's not as broken as it looks, I think. Because of the 8 seconds or 7.5, you gotta wait the reload both guns. A lot can happen during 8 seconds. Okay, like could be disabled, could be other tanks show up. You know what I mean? Like it's like almost 3 seconds different because before with 5 seconds the outlaw is dead already. Now need to wait 3 more seconds. So we'll see on that one. I don't think this will make it though. I think the warden will cry on Reddit. They will refer it back to 35. I don't think this will make it. So we'll see. The machine gun range increase. I think it needs to be more accurate in terms of longer range. So we'll see on that one. But again, it's 35, and then they have the APRPGs will outrange it. So it's ridiculous. So maybe the range is needed. So the Rancer now converted to APRPG. That is also a good changes. I've been asking it mildly though, not as much. I never use this tank because how shit the ammo is. It's just RPG. Now you shoot APRPG. Now it can counter or fight the Bond Law. Yo, what up, Case Man? How you doing, bro? The Bond Law has always been the flank king. It's a 1v1 king. Now the Collie have the Rancer to maybe challenge it, you know? Only shoot 4 though, compared to 8 Bond Laws. A Bond Saw ammos. So we'll see. Silverhand Lord Scar. The sound effect doesn't work. What do you mean sound effects? You don't redeem anything. And Pelekis are now invulnerable. So Tamara is unkillable now. That's good. But making it the Lord Scar really hard to kill. Okay, so have to test that one on the real war. The Spata, the range increased from 40 to 45 meter. However, the high velocity modifier is removed. Okay, yeah. I'm recording right now. Maybe that's why. But yeah, this. How are you, bro? Maybe it could be bugged too, though. We'll see. Maybe it's 10 Gia is down. This is like the old Outlaw. The old Outlaw has a low velocity but longer range. However, Spata will shoot faster. So we'll see. The Widow penetration chance is increased. Okay, so this overall, bro, this entire changes from here to down is needed, and I think it's good. Now I have option now. Now I can play more tanks than fucking the Nemesis because now I have options. So yeah, I think the Spata will still have the accuracy issue. Now you can shoot from further away, making it even harder to hit. Um, but we'll see. But yeah, I think it's still gonna have a massive accuracy issue. So we'll see. The Talos changes are needed. Is good. Talos now is increased. Kismet. The range of a Talos from 35 to 40. Huge W. Huge. Okay, small arm balance. Volta repeater. Time between shots. Okay, so shoot faster now. The scatter gun. What's this gun, man? What is this one? I don't remember the names. Okay, so Warden secondary shotgun. This is so stupid, dude. Eat it. Now we got nerve. That is good. 60% high velocity converted into 10% low velocity. Yeah. Now requiring two shots. The medic is running around this with this stuff, man. They just fucking one shot you with their shotgun. Good changes. Again, the devs are cooking on this one. So the Booker now stability cost per shot is increased. Good. Now you can just maximum burst it like randomly. However, the ammo capacity is back to 36. But now it's really inaccurate, or kind of. Stagger maneuver reduced by 50, reducing how much stagger build does. Okay. So I walk less slower, a little bit faster when I got hit by it. So whatever is WI, this is the big one, man. In my opinion, the pillory scattergun, bro, is so annoying, man. It's so annoying. So now it's good that they change it. I mean, it's a secondary. Why can't I get one tab by a secondary and then the mannequin carrying it running around? So it's a good changes. Auger removed from factory MPF now need to be made in facility. Which one is this? Oh, it's a sniper now. Cause the sniper is the facility now. Huh. The sniper rifle have more complex production requirement to reduce the frequency they appear on the battlefield. It's huge. Huge. High velocity reduced. Okay, the Raka sniper, the Warden sniper, got nerfed. Accuracy loss from cruiser movement reduced, so it'll be more accurate though. At a suppression modifier of 100%. So they can lock in faster, with 25% faster, but the damage is way reduced. Interesting. We'll see how this one goes. I think it's good. I think it's good. Cannot one shot now, but it's still high velocity though. Even the Warden, the Collie one, the Collie one, what? It's just bleeding, right? That's the Collie one does. I think they should have made the Auger one hit and kept the. They should make the Collie one hit and kept the Warden one as it is. Or let's say like this. Let's say make the Warden one hit kill. Maybe the Collie one hit down. Because the Collie one you just bleed and you just walk away. You know what I mean? Maybe instead of that, make the Collie one is a one tap down, but the Warden one is one tap kill, but costs 3 times. Well, I don't know. I think that's what I feel needs to be made, but we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. The Osprey reload times reduced. Okay. The other costs converted to Katara. Okay. Process construction material increase. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I know. Like, if you play back then, the sniper has its own bullet, so it could re-implement that instead of using the normal 7.6. Can use the its own bullet And then maybe the collie one is one tap down, and the warden one is a one tap kill, but cost triple. Maybe I don't know. Or this one works too. We'll see how it goes. I feel like high velocity is it confirmed? Cannot one shot. People tested it. Is it confirmed? I feel like it's still high velocity though. Is it like just more injured? I guess. I feel like this should still be one tapping. All right, we'll see. This is the dagger and the club, which is a melee attack. So damage is increased. Stamina cost reduced. Yeah, because we need more. Like the charge attack is just too slow, man. Like I no way you can't charge attack if the other end have a gun, right? Which is kind of the idea of it. I think getting rid of the move speed penalty is good, so I can still fully charge up and fucking still sprinting, and then wham, just one tap people. So this is good. I don't know why this is the way that it is. I think that remove is good. So buckhorn, quick attack, cost stamina, whatever. This all just melee, and this is the flag, like the uniform with armor, which is very useful. Less because the way that it is, if you use it as a tank driver for the LTDs and stuff, you can't carry any BMATs. If you use it on infantry, you die to artillery. Like what the heck, It's just more like a LARP more than anything. So the rockets is the nuke. I think refueling costs down to 6 hours. Is it still? I think it's you can still see it right from the map. I think it's only. Let me mark it. I think you can on. I think it's only the Strom cannons. I can't remember. I already forgot actually. Where is it? Let me control F. Storm cannon. Okay, enemy storm cannons weather station no longer appear. Okay, so nuke is still appeared. So only storm cannons, IC, and weather station that you can't see anymore. I think the nuke still you can still see. But the launch countdowns to 1 day only. Okay. Maybe 1.5 would be a good one, but we'll see. Max damage. Okay, I mean, see you get harassed by the fucking bombers though. Let's be real here. You take fucking 24 hours to refuel, and then if you assuming you launch it instantly, that's like 3 days that you're gonna survive the bomber barrages. Okay, so I think having it to like what 30 hours, from 3 days to 30 hours, assuming you launch it instantly, is good. I think so. Max damage multiplier reduce, max breach chance multiplier reduce, max breach chance. You can breach it. Trench. Oh, okay. It's the ground. It's the devastation ground. Okay, so max damage multiplier is reduced to a half only. So no longer do double damage. Okay. Max breach chance reduced. Okay. I don't think this is good or needed, but whatever. Trans high explosive damage mitigation increase by 2%. Okay. Trans is more annoying now, but it's only 2% though. Concrete settle time, including superstructure and aircraft runways. So reduced by what 6 hours? I don't think it will make a difference, bro. To be honest, the polybolos range is increased to 50 meters. That's good. And the reason why it's good that compare to the Warden one, which is a EAT, right? It's a 68 EAT compared to this was our version of it. It's the polybolos, the Bonsaw, the Arc RPG. emplacement gun. The reason why he needed 5 meter more is to count the travel for the arc RPG. The EAT only 45 meter because when you click, bam, there's no arcing to do. When it's a EFG, right? It's just like this. You shoot it, you click it, then it will explode by the time you click. So the bullet is just instant, just bam, bam, right? Meanwhile, the polybolos, it do like this, right? Although it's not that slow, but it's still a considerable amount compared to instant. So I think by adding it 5 more meter, 5 more meter range, I think it's good to compensate the arc timing. Because before, the outlaws already set at the maximum range, right? This is the outlaw, and then it probably go. Let's say this is the old range, right? It's a 45, and then the outlaw is just at the edge of it, and then you shoot, boom, and then as over here, the driver will just drive back, lol. It just drive back. So no more cheesing with the outlaws. Although I don't think it will make it though. I don't think they were too happy for this. Although in my opinion is needed, but I don't think this will make it to the final cut. I think the wardens are crying right now over this and the Talos changes. So we'll see. Region introduced in update 63 now have environment SVX where it doesn't. So the new map doesn't have SVX. So it's just dead silence. They should have done plus 20 minutes. Nah, you just memeing. Drown Veil remove airfield. So Lena Mercy also removed. Huh. How about I was thinking about maybe start destroyed, you know what I mean? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. But still have the Deadland one though. I think, right? Yeah, the Deadland is still there, so Deadland is now more important to us because it's gonna be the only, I think. Where's the map? Let's pull up the map. Yeah, I can't pull out the map. Um, Riverbanks. Well, hold on. Let me. Why can't I open the map? What's going on here? I can't open the map. That's fine. So this is all just map changes. I never play to these new areas. Don't really want to because it's too far out. I think I've been there just once. Can't be bothered. I stick to the middle lane. Remove legacy landing dock from White Week Beach because whatever. Communicating rating system change. A user comms rating now updated when threshold is reached. A poor comms rating no longer prevent World War usage. Instead adding cooldown. Okay, very poor comms rating. Now the only rating prevent World usage. Okay, so there's a poor and very poor now. Adjusted. How do you get back to from very poor though? Got commanded, I guess. Like I don't know. I feel like this is abusable in my opinion. Like let's say like helping Hans go play Warden and just go get spam. So I don't know. We'll see on that one. Adjusted the balancing of the comm system across the board. Okay, well, guess no idea how it is, but we'll see. Updating downvote prompt text. Updated F1 screen. Player names in map post cannot be right click to show what play consuming. Okay, player ranks now start with capital letter. Just revert back, man. I don't really like the new. I don't know. What do you guys think about the new rank? I personally don't like it. Small and large railway tracks no longer slow vehicles or whatever. Yeah, let's say the rank WoW instead of all lowercase, now WoW with the big W instead. Wow, it's very cool. Very good. Stockpile codes and obscured when typing with the streamer mode enabled. That's good. Stockpile with only one category to filter by no longer show all category filter. Okay. Vehicle can swap petrol now. Mention that petrol can be used in vehicle tooltips. Good. Added a hint for toggling aircraft mode. Okay. Like the shift, like a shift A or whatever. Added a hint. This is like that one is this one. So now it says like press shift F or whatever. Added a hint for rotating superstructure when mounted. Okay. Added a hint. Okay. Towing rigger has been optimized. Which one is it? This is the collie heavy truck, right? What's been optimized? Yeah, it's the collie heavy truck. What's wrong with it? Huh. Remove the right side crank from the Leary. Okay. Added the ship category for large ship and map legend. Reduce fidelity, some texture. We like the drift. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. What's been optimized? I don't even know. Improve aircraft icon quality and consistency. Okay. Resolve some cases of client log spam. Updated map post creation prompt text. Map legend help tooltips. Updated lock and unlock button for vehicle. What? What do you mean? Lock and unlock button for vehicles. Comprehends compress into one button. Isn't it always like that? Is it L and L to lock and unlock? Can you set specific button just to unlock, like for some reason? The player name and rank achieved now highlighted in orange and a distinct ranks alert. The player name and rank. What? So Voyage has been rescaled. Okay, updated hammer build site placement. Many LODs deployment. Okay, can no longer toggle deployment state. Was already in animation. Okay, you can spam deploy and deploy. Okay. Signpost now display a faction symbol next to the owner name to identify which faction the signing was made by. How about have a two different type of signposts? You know, let's say design one for the warden one, design one for the collie one. Maybe they look different. You know, so I know. That's a large assembly station. I think that one's fit for the Lord as well, right? Let's say a blue. You know, but it's too much work, I guess. Just copy and paste symbol and put it there. It's too much work. Adjust a large assembly station UI. Okay, added tool tips to relevant vehicle that has been reduced. Okay, it's whatever. Hangman. What? Why is it here? Hangman flying animation adjusted so its character does not charge a bolt. Okay. I mean, it doesn't have a bolt. I don't really notice this, but whatever. Security fixes, road visual. I don't have problem with the road visual. I think the new one is fine, but I guess uh new was better. I guess minor optimization to grass streaming in from. I think performance, bro. Since the new update, the game run flawlessly. I don't have like stutters. I don't have like FPS drop in when I'm driving to the concrete. So I think, in my opinion, now the problem is when you fly up, it's laggy. Like you will have FPS issues when you fly in the plane. I think on the ground, the game's been flawless for me at least. So I guess more optimization is good. Improve the logic for rendering aircraft levels. Okay, there's so many, man. We've been here for an hour, and I'm not even go all the way down. The connecting shot after being disconnected during a border travel puts the player in the home region. Okay, so this is just a bug fixes. Border travel could fail unexpectedly in play session of over 2 hours. Okay, players are sometimes offset in the wrong stance when entering replication range. Okay, hit whatever. Let's see if there's a big bug here that they fix. Hit detection does not require. Okay, assembly of aircraft parts. Okay, build ghosts can be used to detect hidden vehicle. Hidden vehicles? Eh? Like a push gun in the bush? What do you mean you can use the blueprint to find it? Well, that's kind of stupid. Huh. Well, I guess it's fixed. Fizra shoot directly ahead regardless. Character skin tone is not updated unless the sex also updated. What? Forest landscaping foliage. Aircraft can be incorrectly restored at a sort depot, causing the aircraft to be lost. Okay. A large item can end up in the player's backpack under some condition. Wonder if this is being abused. Whatever. Several small shrub streams animate inappropriately. Many foliage collisions too large. Okay. Alt plus left click. Inspection can be used to reveal hidden players. The stencil displayed. Oh, okay. Maybe that's how they know. I was wondering. I was prone in the bush, and they just know. Maybe this is why. Son of a. The stencil display when characters obscure camera missing, whatever. Some townhouse ruin, collision larger, okay. Some Unicode character, okay. So flame truck is a flickering texture. Let's play. Okay, we've been here. Might as well read this, right? Aircraft depot. The roof flickers. Okay, it's whatever. It's kind of like textures or whatever. Virtual artifacts are present on one of the drawbridges. Okay, build sites can lose construction progress. Some trenches have great texture in some condition. In trenches, yeah, whatever. After the garrison retaliate against bombers. Okay, this is apparently a bug. I thought they're actually trying to shoot back. Like, where the bullet go? Nobody knows, but I do see that the Howie is shooting the bomber or try to, but it's just never do anything. So apparently it's a bug. I thought it was meant to be, man. Maybe the Howies was meant to, shoot back at the bombers, but apparently not. So, well, that was a letdown. The craft hangar ramp collision is not meant the hangar flops. Okay, map air intelligence updates rarely received if radio is equipped. Okay. Pipelines can be constructed on the deck. Bunker stairs modification. You know what they should make, bro? They should make that the planes cannot interact with blueprints because although I'm not a big fan of airborne, I feel like it's kind of unfair if people on the ground just spamming like the pole or the watchtower to try to make the plane crash to it. I think it's kind of bullshit. So I think if they can figure out a way that the plane cannot interact with the blueprint, I think that would be pretty cool. It's like the signpost blueprint. You can't just walk through it, right? So I think like that, but for the planes, but maybe it's too much to code, but we'll see. Colonial trucks have veteran C camo applied to the windscreens. Flame truck, okay. Odyssey, come disconnected from the vehicle when in motion. Okay, all of this is just visual mostly. BMS long hook blue flame, not detect aircraft when anchored. Okay. Cannot reverse when the rear gun is occupied in some condition. What the hell? Failure masses attempting to lower landing gear while the bomb bay doors are open. Oh. Bombardier does not have a prompt to toggle the bomb bay doors. That's crazy. Imagine the gunner can't even open the bomb bay door. That's wild. Wheel visual spin too fast, turning on water is poor. The aircraft pilot. Okay. Yeah, fix this. Just just use the mod map already. Okay? You just use the community map already. But we're almost there though. We're almost at the bottom of this. Beaches are missing in dry sand. There's a hole in the terrain near the driving course in the Warden Home region. I mean, Islands by there's nothing. Mercy. Okay, there's some foliage and stuff. It's not really Marvin Hollow and the shore border have town stone along the landscape. Alright, this is not you can read through all this. You can pause the video and watch it. I'm not gonna read through this, don't really care about the map bug fixes. I feel like there's no major map bugs. It's good that's being worked on, but it's not something that I really care about. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole patch notes. I think this need more. There's a lot of problems still hasn't been fixed. Like, you play the war, like the way the warden entered the train field with their paratrooper plane. They just landed at the no land zone, and then when the plane blew up, none of the crew died. So hopefully that one's fixed. I don't see it though. Maybe I missed it. I think as long as it's still in the game, that you can like land in the no land zone, and then just the whole crew is alive is a BS. So um, I think hopefully that one got fixed. Got fixed. Still no change reverts from the crane. A lot of people don't like the crane changes. I personally like it, and they committed to it. It was meant to be a temporary fix, but it seems like it's a longer temporary fix with the crane issues. What else? I think that's it, right? I think this is a good challenge, good changes, especially for the tanks, for the collie tanks. Obviously, maybe 20% bias because I do play collie now mostly. Rarely play water anymore, but I do feel like it's a needed change. This one, like this, like the talos need to be. It needs to be buffed. I'm not sure about the bardish though. I think the bardish could maybe stay the way that it is, but from 35 to 40, but now reload twice as long almost. Still need to wait on that. Now the highwayman is back. It's also good to see. Now the highwayman can try to track the Hasta top speed increase. Also good for getting into the front line. I don't think it will have much on the battlefield, but going to the front line will be great. Because I do spend 3.5 hours or 2.5 hours getting from Red River to Callahan from CPAS. Literally from here, go all the way to here to me like 3 hour. So maybe with this, can be a little bit faster because 3 hours is ridiculous for just driving. I don't think you can do anything with the tank yet. It will just stay bad no matter what you do. This needs a redesign fully, in my opinion. The tank head is just unlocked too late, and by the time the collie have the tank head, the warden already have the 80 half track. This is useless, other than being a target for the warden to shoot. Other than that, I think it's a good changes. We'll see how this one goes. Let me know what you think in the comments. And now I'll be going to the death run, see how it is. Right. Bye bye.